All right. Good morning and welcome to the Mama's Den.
Good morning.
Cody here. Ashley over there. Say
Felicia
hi,
right
Ashley.
here.
Huh?
Say hi, Ashley.
I did. Didn't I say good
about
morning?
what Melanie's doing?
And Melanie up over there.
Hi, this is Ashley.
All right. Y'all, we have some listener questions today. Why are y'all laughing at me?
All right.
So we have listener questions. Super excited when y'all write us and tell us how you feel and what you think. And if you want to do so anytime, do so at podcasts@blacklove.com. That's podcasts with an S. At blacklove.com. Okay. Anonymous in Chicago. Let's just jump into it. Anonymous don't want us to know.
Don't want us to know.
I have cut off friends because I felt like I deserved better. We're just jumping right in today.
Okay, Anonymous.
Okay.
I have cut off friends because I felt like I deserved better and they weren't willing to treat me the way I wanted or felt I should be treated. And they were not willing to see that they were being a bad friend when I confronted them about it. Was I wrong for not accepting them for who they are? In parentheses, as people would say, well, you know how your friend is. I know everything doesn't deserve a cutoff, but I felt like I was accepting a person to treat me any kind of way if I didn't let them know. If you can't respect how I'd like to be treated in this friendship, then we can't be friends. Also, what she had done to me at that time, I just couldn't forgive her. I just always look back at the situation like could I have remained friends with her? Was I being a brat? Okay, so real talk, we don't know what she did. Right.
It sounds like she got her
start
answer.
there.
She asked this and answered this at the same time, or answered herself at the same time.
She did.
Not in a bad way, but like,
No, I feel you.
friend.
She knew.
Yeah,
She knew. You trust your gut here.
Yeah, that's okay.
And if it turns out that you made the wrong decision, apologize and see if you can rekindle the friendship in the future. I just feel like if you are in a place where you're not getting your needs met, we tend to make excuses for our friends, but it is a relationship. Just like any other relationship would be. And I just feel like at a certain point, if you're not happy, you're not being treated well, and your friends can't receive feedback for, hey, I didn't appreciate that. And obviously, listen, we don't know how you said it, Anonymous. We hope that you're being compassionate and kind.
Anonymous from Chicago.
And Anonymous is about that action. You never know. But if you did come from a place of respect and kindness, and you feel like you put your best effort forward to salvage the relationship or receive some sort of acknowledgement so that you could proceed, and that other person wasn't willing, then there's nothing really you can do. You can't delegate anyone else's understanding.
And even to ask yourself, like, is there something I could have done to preserve the friendship? You're sweet, but it seems like you know the answer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what it is, shouty.
All right. So Janelle in Harlem, NYC.
Hey.
Not the other Harlem.
What's
There's
the
another
other
Harlem.
Harlem?
What does that
I'm
mean?
just saying she put NYC. Chicago didn't do all that.
Okay.
Harlem, NYC. Who says that? Don't you just say Harlem?
No.
Oh.
Or you just say New York, but she wants to
Right.
rep Harlem.
She
I'm
said
not mad.
Harlem, NYC.
Represent your borough, girl.
Okay. These questions just jump. They're not even questions. They just jump right in. Okay. No question, Ashley. Emoji claps. When you speak, I'm always like, amen.
Oh,
With an exclamation point.
okay.
As a Black woman, Capricorn, middle child, married to a Libra. Did you write this?
Is this you, Ashley?
First generation American. I feel like you are speaking for me.
Oh.
The more you speak and reveal parts of your identity, I feel like I'm learning about me and my own ways. Oh, this is not a question.
What was
P.S. Love all the ladies. I rock my somebody's
was
mama
nice.
tea faithfully.
Cute.
Thank you, Janelle and Harlem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was very
Harlem
sweet.
World.
Harlem world.
Harlem World. Get your Harlem shake
Harlem
on.
shake.
Ashley's doing her Harlem
Ooh,
shake.
I don't know how to do it right. There you go. Okay.
We all just shaking.
right.
I can't shake. I got coffee.
Wait, how to... I don't know. That's so sweet. Thank you, girl.
Yes,
I
we do.
see
We
you.
do enjoy love.
I
Just,
do.
just regular old love.
Just some good loving.
All right. So Chris Shine from Wilmington, Delaware.
Crisp shine?
Chris_Shine.
Okay. That's her name.
It's giving Instagram handle,
giving
which
Instagram
is
handle.
perfectly fine. First of all y'all ladies are bomb.
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
come through Mama's Den and Black Love.
Oh.
Y'all are cute. Okay, so is there one specific parenting style? Okay, let me just say it is a long question.
Oh, Lord.
Is there one specific parenting style or multiple parenting styles you use with your children? If so, what are they? I'm a mother of 3 girls, a 4-year-old and my 2-year-old twins. Okay, sis.
Come
and
on,
I
twins.
want to know what y'all do when the tantrums arise.
Ooh.
That's a lot of children and that are the same age.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is.
understand and relate. How do you handle those difficult parenting situations without negative physical and verbal discipline?
I can answer. This is Felicia, everybody. And the reason why I would love to take the lead on this is because my son Zen likes to do tantrums and all of those things. The newer thing that I've been doing actually is getting down on like eye level with him and really talking to him and not matching his energy, but just talking to him calmly. Then he'll calm down. But then also holding him accountable has been a big game changer. Like, Zen, if you do that one more time, this is your last chance. I'm going to take away your iPad for the weekend. And he doesn't like that. The other day, I did something that, I mean, I feel like people would think are cruel, but it literally helped him to understand I'm not playing with you. We went to go get gluten-free, vegan, what are they called? Twinkies.
Oh, first of all, drop the link.
So good.
Secondly, that is so LA when you just said gluten-free vegan
gluten-free
Twinkies.
vegan.
Where are those?
Because I was like, my kids need to try Twinkies, but they can't have the real ones because that's just like being a bad
P.S.
parent.
Cameron just discovered what a Twinkie looked like the other day. He's like, Mom, what is that? I was like, bro, that's a Twinkie.
I'll drop the link.
He was like, Mom, I need to get that. I'm like, they don't make them anymore.
No, I got you. I got you.
Wait, they don't make them anymore? You just told
No,
him
they pull
that.
Twinkies from the marketplace.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Because of chemicals and stuff that are in them.
It was like staying in your stomach for like years or something.
Shout out to all the kids like us who grew up.
I never had a Twinkie a day in my life.
I never wanted a Twinkie.
Never
Wait,
had
hold
one.
on, wait a second. Let's pause for the cause. One thing to like eat them and to be a part of your diet or your lunch, but you never ate. You
My
never
mom
tasted
did not give
a
me
Twinkie?
stuff like that. No.
Ooh, Twinkies are so good.
I'm not saying your mom had to give it to you. I'm just saying you never came
kept
across a
one?
Twinkie.
Why would I eat it? My mom didn't give it to me. What kind of
Oh.
question
Wait,
is
you
that?
at your homie's
you
house?
eat everything your mommy gave
Yes,
you?
I didn't even eat at my dad's house because I'd be like, we don't eat that at home.
I'm even saying as an adult.
You're a good
You
kid.
never like been out like
I don't have a craving to eat that
like
now as an
Ashley.
adult. I never ate it growing up. It's not something that I look at like, oh, let me eat this piece of food in a plastic wrapper.
Oh my God.
Oh God! If y'all can see this girl stank face,
she's judging all of you.
Are you
guys.
saying wait? Just to be clear, you've never eaten any food out of a plastic wrapper.
Right, that's what I was
You
just
never
gonna
had
say.
oatmeal
I did
cream
eat
pie.
I ate a
What about
Cosmo
a
brownie.
hoe?
A nutty bar.
A ding dong.
Ho-ho and a
Nutty
ding
bar.
dong.
Nutty bars are my jam.
I don't know what a nutty
And
bar
you put
is.
them in the freezer?
Yes.
That's, see, I really feel like this is kind of like that. Like,
I had a Cosmo brownie for 25 cents. You know, at the corner store, the brownies. The Cosmo
yeah,
brownies.
I
wait,
remember
with
that.
all the little colored sprinkles?
Yeah.
Now that I would eat.
So that's what I'm saying.
Chocolate.
Judging plastic wrappers.
It was chocolate. That's different.
You know what?
Oh,
okay.
God.
Ashley,
Wait.
goodbye.
Okay, let me go back to the
damn
question. Okay, so we got this Twinkie, and Zen has a very big sweet tooth. This little boy was not listening to me, and I'm like, Zen, I'm gonna count to 3. And if you don't listen, I am going to make sure that you don't get one of these gluten-free vegan Twinkies. And he did it anyways. And I didn't. So what I would do before is like, oh, you messed it up for everybody. But I was like, no, that's not really fair because Peace is not doing anything.
Yep.
So I was like, guess what we're about to do? We're about to eat this Twinkie right here. And you're going to see us eating the Twinkie. We're not going to be like, in your face. But I want you to feel that that's not okay. You need to listen to mommy. That little boy has been listening ever since.
Okay,
Wow.
questions, follow-up questions, okay? Because I represent Chris Shine, because that wouldn't go down. Meaning, as soon as I say, like, you're not going to get it, they're still going to do it. They, Aristotle and Langston, are still going to do the same thing. And then when we eat it in their face, they're going to, like, try to lick my lips, just try to get
my
it some kind of
God.
way. There is going to be a problem. So I need help. I need help.
You might need to talk to God about that. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know.
The way they would act a fool
You need a face
at
palm
the
though.
table.
Like,
Yes. And the problem is I'm outnumbered, though, too, right?
oh, 2
Because
hands.
I can't just like
Damn,
face
yeah.
palm a baby while the other baby is like trying to get some.
They're both
and then
just,
I'm
like,
like, can I
swinging.
enjoy the Twinkie? And Brooks is like definitely teasing them. Definitely like,
Yeah.
ha, you want
You
this?
need to call Donna.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Donna.
Donna.
You
got
need to call
answers.
Donna, baby girl.
But she's got to be there. 'cause whatever.
Oh,
Donna go
fly,
get it.
if you fly her in, she'll come. Got to pay for that flight.
That's so funny.
So talk to God. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else? What do you do when the tantrums arise?
Melly Mel.
I'm a big believer in getting eye to eye with kids. I actually had a friend who, she was a young mom. She had her daughter at 18. She's my best friend. And I remember watching her, even just when we were in our early 20s, watching her parent, and she would always get down right eye to eye and talk to her. And her daughter have an incredible relationship now. Her daughter's 23 years old. She's amazing, successful, doing things. But it was their relationship of connection, of understanding. And I do believe that. And actually one day I remember I was that happened to me and Cam. And I remember I got down low eye to eye with him. And this woman came by to me. She's like, I just wanted to tell you what you did there is so important because standing over your children and yelling at them and like getting them to be like, you know, it's like condescending, it's aggressive, it's intimidating. And so their fight or flight response starts to, they could just act out even more. So getting down low in the face, not meeting the energy, keeping the tone like, hey, we're going to talk about this in a firm tone, I think is really important. And like, even Kaya, like she gonna try. She's gonna try. She's so sweet, but it's her thing that she does now is that if you say, hey, that's not nice, she covers her face. Like if I don't see you, it's not real. So I know
she knows what's going on.
She knows what's going on. But I'm already talking to her right now at 1, where I'm like, I know you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I just have to stay with it. And then, you know, if that doesn't work by the time she's 2 or 3, then we got to call God together, Cody.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those that are listening, if that's not working for you, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I say that to say I agree with it. I agree. I understand. When I be telling Sharice my problems, she's like, did you get eye level? And I'm like, yes, I did that already.
Yeah.
So, you know, for those listening that's not working for you, that's okay too.
Yeah.
You know
Keep
what?
trying shit too.
I saw something that I thought was really good, and I'm not mature to this level yet, but a woman was showing her daughter having a tantrum, and the mom just started running through the house like a maniac. Like,
oh yeah, when
just started
you
doing
match their
laps.
crazy, but like in a funny way.
In like a fun way. And then immediately the kids
Girl, they
are
stop.
distracted by whatever was going on. Now they're looking at mom like, oh, mom is silly. She's funny. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
Like whatever the tantrum is. Now, obviously, there's a difference between an offense and discipline and like a moment where it's a teachable moment. But there's another time when these kids just be acting crazy. And so you have to shift the energy. And that was her whole thing. She's like, shift the energy. Do not even give attention to their tantrum. Just have your own fun tantrum and let them meet you at the joyful place. And I'm like,
nice.
that was, and I thought about it. I have not elevated to that level.
I've done that a couple times. Sometimes I have that a high vibrational moment, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
I'm like, no, but there's definitely times if Zen is like screaming or doing something, and I'm just like, bah, that's what you sound like. And he literally starts cracking up. He thinks it's so funny. But again, that's once every
Cam
quarter.
does that and I do that, Cam cries. He's like, I don't sound like that.
Oh my God, yes. 100% yes.
Yeah. So that's, I have to stop working. That's not
Prayer
working.
for all of us.
Okay, part 2.
Okay. Is there a specific parenting style or multiple parenting styles that we use with our children? I would say multiple parenting styles for me, but
Same.
what would you guys say?
I feel like I'm multiple too.
Yeah.
Really? Which ones though?
What's the
Back
girl
to the
that we
parent
like?
test.
Strict.
strict?
She's strict.
Strict. I definitely feel like I'm strict. I definitely feel like I'm
I think you're a
free.
little free, right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're a little
Strict
free,
and
right?
free.
Right.
I feel like I'm strict and free.
That's a good balance.
But then I also allow my children to vocalize like in certain things where it's like, okay, this is not a, can I cross the street? Like if it's like life or death is what I'm trying to explain. But yeah, I would probably say strict and free. Strict, free, and child-led sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
I just want them
mine's
to
the
express
same.
themselves and feel confident to do that. But then my strict ass gonna check them when need be.
I love that for y'all. Mine is probably exactly the same as yours,
Yeah.
Fee. Yeah, I'm definitely strict, but a child-led as far as like personal. Like I let them dress themselves.
Yeah.
I never let Amira dress herself. I used to put her.
Really?
No, when she was little,
Oh.
I would put her in Jordans and like dress her just like me.
What age you stopped doing that?
Oh, I feel like she was like 6 or 7, maybe a little bit older, actually, maybe 8 or 9.
Girl.
When she just was really like, I don't like. Actually, she was older. She actually might have been 10.
You
but
were
she-
dressing her?
I would buy all her clothes, obviously, without asking her opinion
Right.
about them. So, like, I still feel like that's me dressing her because it was
Yeah,
still like all the
okay.
clothes that I approved.
Fair point.
She never picked out her own stuff until she got to be around 10. And she was like, Mom, I don't like the stuff that you're buying me. And then I started taking her to the store with me, letting her pick out her own stuff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm way better now. I don't even. Zara Asia doesn't wear the same Sonic shirt every day. She asked me to wash it. She's had the same shirt on every day.
But you washed it.
I did, but
Don't be
I'm like,
stressing.
that's not.
It's clean.
That lets me know that I've grown as a mother, as a human being.
Girl, you on kid number 4.
I know.
Girl,
It took
you better
me
let it
4
go.
kids
Yeah.
to let go in that area where I'm like, okay, girl, if you want to wear that Sonic shirt every day, wear the Sonic shirt every day.
Melanie, do you buy Cam's clothes or does he have input? Or both?
No, I buy his clothes. sometimes if we're out, he'll be like, "Oh, mom, it's a Sonic shirt. Can I get this?" And I'm like, "All right, cool." But like at the same time, I don't want your whole closet to be full of characters.
Girl.
You know, I still try to keep it cute. We be at like H&M and Zara and, you know, cute sections and stuff like that. Amazon clothing, you can get some cute. I get lots of cute stuff for Kai off of Amazon. That is not a paid gig. But I do just Cam. But these days, like the one thing that I make sure that I do though is I go through his closet and I pull out the things that don't fit because he is so tall that he will come out wearing floods and I'll be like, "No, bro, no. We gotta go change that."
Why?
Yeah, why? I love this. I was like, "Cameron, you've been wearing that since you were 4.
Child.
You're 7 and you're the size of a 10-year-old. Like, no." But these days I've been letting Cam just go into the closet. Like I'll be like, "Get dressed." You know, some days I'll leave out his clothes for him, but most days I'm just like, "Go get dressed." And he comes out. It's like his go-to is always going to be a hoodie and some pants, but he has cool socks. He'll wear some shoes and he'll come out and I'll be like, "Oh, this is your mode today?
This is your
just
style."
like not the matching tracksuit, but the mix and match. Okay, no problem. But it's funny because we were at a birthday party and one of the moms was just like, "Oh, Cameron is so stylish all the time." And I was like, "Okay, great." So
if you say so.
At the end of the day, it is what it is. I figure as long as I keep decent looking clothes in his closet, he can never go
you'll
wrong.
be fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Not like my mom. We was at Sears. Just wearing what?
Kids?
Oh
Did you guys have kids?
Yeah. Sneakers?
Kids.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. Hilarious.
We're old.
Part 2 of Chris Shine's question. And specifically for Ashley, how does your husband cope mentally with all those beautiful girls in one household? My husband was raised in a house with his mom, dad, younger and older brother, mostly guys. So he's having a somewhat difficult time trying to navigate a father in an all-girl household. If you have any tips or advice, please let me know. Please, in capital letters, LOL.
What was the question?
How does Chia navigate being with all these girls? How does he cope? Does it stress him out?
I don't know. I mean, he just lives with them. They're his daughters. No, I mean, like, not in a shady way. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure he copes the same way we all cope through life. Like, this is the life that you've been dealt with. He has daughters. So, this is what Chia told me. He said that he leans towards me a lot for decision making because there's just areas that he doesn't feel comfortable in. And so he kind of yields to me like what I would do as like the standard of what he should do, if that makes sense.
Sure.
But I told him that I think that he should just be confident in the choices that he's making and do them. Like it's fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because he was raised by a single father, him and his sister, and his dad, he said, was really strict with his sister, like really, really strict. And then his dad told us like, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago that he really regretted it, that he was so strict with his daughter and not with Chia. And he was like, I kind of like put you on a pedestal, like you're the perfect child. And then everything your sister did, I like nitpicked. So Chia tries to be conscious of that. But I don't know. I don't know how he deals with it. I feel like that's a Chia question, not for me. You know what I mean?
But you might, it is, but he may have shared with you. I mean, my take on it, right, I guess as a mom of boys, is like there's gonna be things where, and it maybe goes back to like the masculine and feminine energy that we talked about like a few weeks ago, right? Like there's gonna be like potentially masculine energy in my house where I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
This is not like organic to my life. And I just need a break.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, if it's helpful, you know, to your husband, Chris Shine, you know, taking a break as needed.
Yeah.
But that goes for any parent.
Right.
Really. It's just kind of like figuring out when you're like, I don't have the energy to give this situation.
Yeah.
And somebody else needs
you
to
know
tap
when
in.
I think it might really come into play is maybe when all the girls are on their cycle. Because girl, that might be like, girl, Krishan, call me in like 10 years and then I'll give you some real advice. Because I think right now, because all of their energy is so different.
Yeah.
That Chia kind of will lean towards like
whatever he can manage at the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Zara is just the hardest person for him to parent because she is me. And he can't tell me what to do and he can't tell AZ what to do. So it's just like not going to happen. I think he leans towards more Asia and Amira. There's more reasoning happening with the two of them. Azara is a hard no at all times. Like she's just not going to be moved. You ain't getting her up. She's not going to not do anything she doesn't want to do. And so I usually have to take that on because I just look at her and then she get up or does whatever he tells her to do. She just understands that, girl, whatever fire you got, I got it double. But he doesn't know how to deal with that energy. So he kind of just be like, throw his hands up, walk away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I think maybe when they're on their period, he'll probably like need to leave.
She's giving a 16-year-old Ashley in the kitchen.
Baby. Since birth. She didn't, I told y'all she never used to roll over as a baby. I would try to roll her over and she would throw her body back like, no. And that's how she's been since she came out the womb.
Hilarious.
She ain't gonna do it. Find somebody else.
All right. Miss Friend or Foe from Texas.
Oh.
Huh.
Okay.
I saw Felicia post about peace and finding the right friends.
Aww.
I feel you, Fee, and I join you in prayer with that. I have a 7-year-old sweet little girl. I mean, really sweet. I call her Sweet as a nickname, who keeps telling me things that happen at school that make me want to fight these little first grade girls for her. But I can't do that, right?
Why? That's a question I have. Why not?
It's Melanie. All right, so that's on the table. She's my oldest, so she's responsible, smart, emotionally mature, all the things the first kid, especially the first daughter, is. And I just don't understand why these little girls she calls friends are so not nice to my baby. We don't understand either. I ask her if she's being mean to them or doing something to them first. And she says, no, of course. And I believe her. I have 3 kids and I know my third one, 1-year-old daughter, is thuggish, ruggish bone, but not my oldest. And it makes me sad for her. Can we talk about how much time we will do in jail for our kids? Or should I just let stuff go?
You got to answer that one first.
Yeah, I'm not going to jail, but
I was going to say, we're not doing no jail time for our kids. Let's put it that way.
No. Well, yeah, I feel like that. I just had this conversation with Peace last night because Peace is at an age in her life where she is noticing that her friends can be like, you know, like when you have a friend and they act different around certain people and you're like, yeah, you kind of switching up for me too much. I'm not dealing with this. So because she is, I mean, all of them are 7, 8 years old. They're trying to find themselves and they're trying to find their voice. And she doesn't understand where she's just like, why can't you just be consistent? And one of her specific friend, like she acts different around boys. And Peace is like, I don't like that. So me having to explain that to her. And then yesterday she's like crying because she's like, I just can't connect with anybody, Mom. And I'm like, I feel you. I'm trying. We're going to talk to Ashley. Maybe she can homeschool you. I'm just kidding. Girl,
I want to homeschool with Cameron in Peace because Cameron's doing the same thing in school.
Yeah. Girl, she just keeps saying, she's like, I can't find my people. But I was telling Peace when I was younger, I was the same way. I was like very to myself. I had my like very like surface friends, like very quiet. But my best friend, Kalisha, she went to a different school and I called her every single day after school. And we would hang out on the weekends. So teaching Peace like that. But another thing too, because Peace is so nice and so sweet, she wants to try to change everybody and be like, be this way. And I'm trying to tell her, release control. You can't change nobody. You need to, if you don't like the way somebody's treating you, baby, walk the other way. The other day I had to like really get on her. I'm like, girl, I'm really tired of talking about this. I'm like, I need you to walk the other way. Like, why you keep, I'm like, baby, come on. And she was like, I'm trying. She's like, I'm trying, Mom. And I was like, I need you to try a little bit harder, sweetheart.
No, that's how I was as a kid, though. It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard. And then I think I get the frustration sometimes because I'm like, I want you to go to school and, you know, feel happy and have friends because she's that person. So yeah, we just take it one day at a time.
Does she have like 1 or 2 either at school or not at school that you know are just like ride or die? Okay.
That's the thing is like her first ride or die kind of like switched on her. Is like we had to get the principal involved, whole thing.
Oh my God.
And then, that's why she was just like, okay, what's going on? And then the second, that's the one that's acting weird around boys. And Peace is like, I don't really like that. Like, and they hang out outside of school.
Are you friends with the parents?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You raised her to be a very strong girl. And she's very aware of herself in a way that a lot of children her age aren't. Yeah. That's how it was with me as a child. And I had the same problem. Like me and Nalo were homeschooled together and she went to public school before I did. And it was like that for me too. Like I kind of leaned on her. It might be her whole life though until you become an adult sometimes and you can partner with people differently. Like
find your tribe in other places.
When I moved here, I felt like I connect with you guys in such a deep way that I very different than some of my friends in Ohio. Very, very different relationships.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%.
It sucks though.
Yeah, and that's why I told her, I was like, it's going to take time. I'm like, mommy was like that. Daddy's like that. My mom is like that. Just giving her different examples so she doesn't feel alone. But definitely like and I told her, I was like, maybe you need to hang out with like the older girls. Like when you're at school, I'm like, Peace, you're very mature and very aware of what's going on. She almost feels as though people her age are like a little bit too immature,
Maybe
like
you
for her
send her to like a
conversation.
gifted school or something. That
Yeah.
might not be the right school
I don't know.
for her.
That's a double-edged sword.
Well, the middle-
I got
I
a
think
niece in a
middle
gifted school
school-
right now, and that's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, pros and cons, pros and cons.
So pros and cons. But I feel like I told her, I was like, you might want to go see what the fourth graders are doing, girl. They might be talking about something that you like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or something that you don't want her to know about yet.
My God,
It's so tough to navigate. And the thing is that I always try to remember. I think about the times like when I was younger and I had to deal with friends who switched up or bullies or like anything like that. And I think about how it affected me. And I think having the line of communication with your parent, like to be able to have a space to talk about it so that your parent can give you insight about, hey, this is temporary. I see you. I feel you. If you find yourself in this situation, stand up for yourself in this way, Kim's had a couple of those experiences recently. And, I literally was just like, what? She did what? But she seems so nice. Why did she say that to you? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, oh my God. And then you just remember kids are mean.
Yeah, and they're kids.
Kids are mean and they just take sides. And so like, apparently it's like something at recess where they were on different teams. And one of the girls turned to Cameron and said, I don't care about you. And Cameron said to me when we got in the car, he said, Mom, that broke my heart.
Aw.
And for him to articulate like this little girl who doesn't have any, she said, I don't care about you. Like that hurt him so much. Like somebody doesn't care about me.
Yeah,
like
she probably didn't even mean it.
She doesn't mean it like that, but exactly. But I literally was just like, oh no. But I had to tell him, I was like, listen, she might have been having a bad day. She might have been trying to get the validation or the support of other people around. So she felt like she had to say something. He was like, that was just so mean, Mom. And he's like, I'm going to tell the teacher the next day so that we can talk about it in the kindness circle. Because they have like, they do.
Let us know what happened after that.
They do an emotional learning period in class now, which I really like that.
Dope.
So you get to talk about social cues and being kind and like markers of what it means to be a good person, being kind and helping people in tough situations. And anyways, the long and short of it is we cannot go to jail because our children need us. But at the second time, I really do feel like every parent needs to know my child is not the one.
Okay.
And so if we need to have a conversation about your child's behavior and how that may be negatively affecting my child, I'm about that life quickly. That's all I got.
So the takeaway, talk to the parents when you can. Okay, so anonymous from Georgia. Wait, where was the other anonymous from? Chicago. Okay. I literally love each of you, and I gush every time I would get any type of interaction on IG, LOL. Anyway, I'm currently dealing with depression.
Aww.
Life is really dark, and I feel like I'm not enough. My 6-year-old voices almost daily she doesn't like me and would prefer other people to care for her.
Oh, no.
Wishes she has a different mom, and I'm just so burnt out about it because I'm trying my hardest to please her. I know she's 6, but her words cut deeper than anything. I also have a 1-year-old, and I'm constantly annoyed with him unintentionally because of the issues I'm trying to work through with my daughter. Then it trickles down to my husband. It sucks because I'm trying to be everything for everyone and I don't know how to get myself right. I work from home. My son doesn't go to daycare. My husband works. My daughter does cheer. And the time I have or try to have for myself doesn't always work out how I want. And then I'm upset again because I'm trying. Any advice? I am in therapy. My daughter is in therapy and I'm just going down a black hole deeper and deeper.
Oh, maybe they should
Dang,
do
I felt
family
that.
therapy
Yeah.
together.
Yes,
that's
I
tough.
love that.
I think that might work because I was going to say family therapy and then maybe having someone help her and her daughter learn to communicate together.
Yeah.
Because maybe friends and family might not have the tools to help mend that relationship. It's something happening where the girl, maybe she's just feeling her mom's energy.
That's the first thing I thought about. Yeah.
Yeah, she could just feel her mom's energy. We all know what it's like to be stressed out, tired.
Yes.
Sometimes you respond to your kids like not in the best way. And then your kids internalize that.
Yeah.
And so I just really think that the best thing for them, this is Ashley, is to go to someone together, even with her husband, because maybe they need to figure out a new routine within their home.
Yeah.
You know?
I would just to add to that, right? If therapy together is an option or like it could work, it could not work.
Right.
So other things, right? Maybe come up with an activity to do together.
That's good.
Whether that is, amusement park or a movie or crafts or even not table topics, but where you can play games at the table.
Yeah, like interactive things.
Find some routines together. Just
like
literally any of this could work or not work, but just keep trying to find ways to like get both you and your daughter to open up without it feeling like a chore.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to say like everything that you've just described, like we've all felt.
Yes.
And even the through line to conversations we've had with each other's moms as of late, right? And the regrets of like, I was mad, so I yelled more than I wanted to, or I gave a smack or two, or whatever. Like, we all get to that point where like we're burnt out and we're giving to everybody else and they don't appreciate it. We're not giving to ourselves. So like, you're not alone in that at all. So just like give yourself grace and be, not be okay with it, but just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath.
I think the thing that I would say is, however you can, find something to do for yourself. You know, she said that she works from home and she has a 1-year-old. If daycare is not an option, or maybe there's a nanny or a friend in your tribe member that you can be like, can you watch my son on Wednesday morning so I can go to the gym, or so that I can go for a walk, or so that I can go, you know, to whatever, to the movies, so that I can go sit in a coffee shop and deep breathe or do a yoga class, meditation, whatever it is. I think just finding some points to pour into just you is really, really, really important.
Yeah. I feel like also, because she's like, my daughter's in cheer, and then my son, and then my husband, you know, is not there because he's working, and then I'm working from home. I feel like one thing that has really helped me with co-parenting and with both of the kids and running businesses is like scheduling my life. Like everything has a time slot so that I always make sure I get my feed time. Because when I have my feed time, my me time is when I feel like I'm just operating at like a very high level and I can show up for everybody properly. Like most importantly, myself. But then also on top of that, I think taking, y'all know me, I love me a vitamin. I'm like, take some vitamins, like just something to help with energy, or like just watching what you're eating, make sure you're not eating food that's like, you know, burning you out or, you know, just like weighing you down. I think that's very important too. But I love the take time. If it's a Wednesday for 2 hours, like soak that shit up. Like go get a coffee, read a book, get your nails done, do something. Take a nap. Get about that house.
Lack of sleep.
Get about that house. I'll say that. I think I know a lot of moms right now who work from home, and their kids are at home even if they have help, but it's being there still. And I'm telling them, I'm gonna get out of the house. Like I'm even at that stage. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I had to move my office into our bedroom because it creates a place of like separation. But I also too am just like, no, I need to go out of the house. Like that is really important, because like it's hard to heal in the place that's triggering you sometimes. And so if you're in a season of feeling confined by these roles that you have to play right now, these walls that you have to be in all day, where everybody is attached and you're in such demand, you know, find the space to, if you can, like if you work from home, maybe you go to a co-working space now, you know, and you work away from home maybe 1 or 2 days a week if that's an opportunity for you, so that you get to feel the sense of your professional self outside of just being a mom while your kid is at home and trying to navigate all of that. It's really, really important. I see so many moms struggle with this.
Well, the fact that her 1-year-old's at home and she works from home leads me to believe that she probably is watching her 1-year-old while she's working from home. It could, you know, I don't know her situation, because it could be a financial situation too, where it's like, that's why they're not in daycare or whatever the reason. But in that case, like you said before about the asking someone or finding someone to maybe come in the house, and then like, you watch my kid on this Wednesday morning, then she leave that day. Because you know, I'm at home with all my kids 24/7, all night, all morning, all day.
Did you mention couples therapy?
It's a lot.
Yes.
Who said couples therapy?
I said family therapy.
Because I feel like her and her husband also should do couples therapy, because maybe that's a good space for her to be able to communicate with like a third party to say, hey, good. I know you work a lot, but this is what I need.
I need to work in my own space.
Yeah, because it's like being a mom, you don't clock out. No. Like whether you're working or not, it's like taking care of children is a job. Baby. So I think that it's important for men to understand that, and for us to be able to communicate that. Just from like a more like factual point, you know, I feel like sometimes they can't read through emotions.
Yeah, that's
child. But try to just try these things, please, because being depressed
and send
is
us
not
more
fun,
messages
man.
on IG.
Yes, let us know if things are getting better for you. It says anonymous
here, girl. We want to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we absolutely love it when y'all send in questions or comments. We'll take it all. And, you know, DM us, all that stuff. Email us at podcasts
with an S
at blacklove.com. We are here, ready to receive and ready to respond. And follow us at, is it the Mama's Den podcast? Anyway, follow us at the
I'm like, run
Mama's
that
Den
back,
podcast. There's a the Mama's Den podcast.
The one and only.
The one and only. There's actually two, remember? Because there's the one. It still exists.
There's Mama's Den.
Which is also us, but we don't post on that
it's
one.
not us.
Yes,
it is. She made two Instagram
both
pages.
Mama's Den pod.
And I just never gave it. I never released it.
It's Mama's Den podcast, but then we had to add the because it is the Mama's Den.
Exactly.
Right.
There's one that has posts on it and there's one that doesn't. The Mama's Den podcast is the one you want. It's the one we be responding to.
Yes, the one with all our faces.
Yes. Actually, they both. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Let's just shut that other page down, Cody.
Oh, God. I'll create an image. I think it's Felicia's. Fisher water bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Want it?
Still recording. There's a coconut water on the floor. Then Ashley's trying to find the owner.
I thought we were done.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for listening and for sending us questions. And bye. We'll holla.